men
baby
do you have
father.
kids by?
Okay, so sperm donor wise, because I know how you are, is 3.
No, it's
Yes.
not. It's not how I am.
Uh,
It's an easy question. How many kids do you
It's
have?
totally easy. Yes, 3 kids, but
Okay, so
four
stop
kids.
right there. That's not what you said in the beginning. In the beginning, you said you had 2 kids. You said it was 2 men. You didn't say 3.
Okay, so I have 4 kids by 3 different men.
Okay, so in the beginning you
What?
lied because I asked you that
You
question. You
you
said
I
2
wouldn't say
liar.
I lied.
Yes,
It's
you did.
because
It's a lie
I
because
looked
that's
at.
not the answer. So what would
Okay,
it be?
but you
It's
are
not what.
hostile, and I'm fine with that.
Man, the amount of lies, manipulation, innuendo, and destruction that we about to go through within the confines of this content is absolutely insane. But we must get in it. We're gonna head back over to Kendra G's channel, all right? And I didn't think it was gonna happen as early as what this is since our last review, but she just had one of the most embarrassing guest appearances that I have ever seen on the show. This woman opened up with a delusional 7-figure demand, but by the end of this very same conversation, gets exposed as a flat-out liar. Kendra G, I'm not too much of a fan of Kendra G, but Kendra Samuels, yeah, I can support a Kendra Samuels, and Kendra Samuels doesn't get enough kudos, so we're here to give it a kudos here. Y'all already know how this goes. We're going to break it down and give a formal assessment of what's going on and extract the lessons learned. So without further ado,
Do you have any kids?
I have 4.
Okay, how old are your 4 kids?
20. She's about to be 21. 16, 13, and 2.
Okay, all by the same man?
Uh, 2.
2. Why you not with the
Yes.
man you had a baby with 2 years ago?
Uh, Girl.
oh, oh,
uh,
oh,
let's say chronic alcoholic. Chronic DWI person.
huh?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have by him?
I have 1 by him.
1. Okay, and the other one are by 3 other what? So you have 3
One other
by
man.
1 and then 1 by 1.
Yes, and
Yeah.
the others are by my ex-husband.
I was to say, have you been married? So you're divorced. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And what's your zodiac sign, Roma?
Oh,
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay.
why
So
did
we
they
got
ask that?
Roma Philly, 36 Scorpio, works for a nonprofit. Mom she's divorced, 3 by her ex-husband, and then 1 kid by another gentleman. All right,
Yes.
let's do it. What kind of man you looking for, Roma?
Uh-oh.
I like
So,
your name. Can I just say I like your name?
really? So it's Jerome. I'm a Jerome Jr.
Damn.
Okay.
So I just relocated here from Texas. I'm originally from here, but I just came back. So I am 5'9". So somebody that is taller than me, African American.
Sure.
I've always been in a role that consists of 6 figures. I'm a doctoral student. I'm working on my 4th degree. Somebody that is more, or at least equal to, an intellectual on top of everything that I have going on with myself. Um, and that's about it. Just
So we
African
kind of
American.
got there early. We kind of got here early, so let me just get in it.
Yeah.
Do we got to make a certain amount of money?
So over 6 figures, yes.
Over 6 figures is a millionaire because that would be 7 figures.
Yeah.
So you want to be a millionaire?
Not a millionaire. I am more so equated to the 250 range.
Okay. So the 2-year-old dad made 250K?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So she did have that. And then your ex-husband, I'm assuming, made 250K.
Yes, he's a therapist.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing for sure, and she had it twice. So
If I had my cap hat over here, I guarantee you I'll put it on. 4 kids, 2 different men, 2 different relationships, once married, 4 degrees. She has MBA in her title, so she probably has an MBA from a accredited school, and then also is working on a PhD, dated men of 250,000. The cap index is off the Richter scale. Also in conjunction with the way that she's speaking is not typical of someone that you would see in highly educated circles. What did she say? He was like a DWI person? That doesn't even make damn sense. Chances are she's lying, but let's continue to diagnose.
moving forward, you want a man that's 6 feet and make at least 250K.
The delusion is
Now
crazy.
we're already on social media, and if you're familiar with my show, you know they're gonna talk about this girl. So what would you say? What would you say to? Because now this is interesting. So you had 3 kids, and then you met
4.
a man that made $250K. He didn't mind that you had 3 kids.
I have 4 kids currently.
No,
right
I'm
She's not
saying, but
following.
before you had 4 kids, you met a man and you had 3 by your
No,
ex-husband, right?
I met a man and I had 1, and he took on that one person that was literally 3 months old.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So the 2-year-old, I thought was you only had 1 kid by.
Okay, so let me reiterate, okay?
Okay.
So I have currently a person that is about to be 21 years old. She is in North Carolina right now. She's doing well for herself. I have 2 kids
Who's the
by
pappy?
one man that has taken care of my almost 21-year-old.
Okay, but Roma, let me ask this question. How
Yeah.
many men
Baby
do you have
fathers.
kids by?
Okay, so sperm donor wise, because I know how you are, is 3.
No,
Yes.
it's not how I am. It's an easy question. How many kids do you
It's
have?
totally easy. Yes, 3 kids, but
Okay, so
4
stop
kids.
right there. That's not what you said in the beginning. In the beginning, you said you had 2 kids. You said it was 2 men. You didn't say 3.
Okay, so I have 4 kids by 3 different men.
Okay, so in the beginning you
What?
lied because I asked you that
You-
question. You
you-
said
I
no.
wouldn't say
liar.
I lied.
Yes,
it's
you did.
Because
It's a lie
I
because
looked
that's
at.
not the answer. So what
Okay,
would it be?
so I had to reiterate
Kendra
myself
Samuels,
when
get
it
her.
became to what you wanted to say.
What?
So let me put it this way, okay?
Well,
So
hold
I
on, Roma,
had.
real quick. You keep saying
Wait,
what
I
I want
had
you
a child at 14 years old. Okay, so I had a child at 14 years old, and then I met somebody at 15, and he took on my child at 14 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
It make no damn sense what's going on right now. We have a pathological liar that thinks the entire audience has amnesia. She clearly said 3 kids by 1 man, and now you were a teen mother at 14 years old. Oh, but you have 4 degrees, and all of the men made $250,000 a year plus.
It's an easy question. How many kids do you
It's
have?
totally easy. Yes, 3 kids, but
Okay, so
4
stop
kids.
right there. That's not what you said in the beginning. In the beginning, you said you had 2 kids. You said it was 2 men. You didn't say 3.
Okay, so I have 4 kids by 3 different men.
Okay, so in the beginning you lied because I asked you that question.
Yes.
You said
I
3.
wouldn't say I lied. It's because
It's a
I
lie because
looked
that's
at.
not the answer. So what
Okay,
would it be?
so I had to reiterate myself when it became to what you wanted to say.
She can barely
So
talk.
let me put it this way, okay?
Well,
So
hold
I
on, Roma,
had.
real quick. You keep saying
Wait,
what
I
I want
had
you
a child at 14 years old. Okay, so I had a child at 14 years old, and then I met somebody at 15, and he took on my child at 14 years old. Okay.
Who?
Okay, but hold on real quick.
How old was the guy that was taking care of the child that you had at 14 years old? Because if he was over 18 and he was with you, that's illegal. Or are you trying to say that he also was a teenager taking care of 2 children?
I don't want to be hostile, but I want to correct you.
Well, you are hostile, and I'm fine with that.
Okay, you said what?
I said you are hostile, and I'm fine with that.
Well, here's the thing, Roma. I'm not hostile. What I'm not gonna do is allow you to lie to me and then make it
It's
my
not lying.
Yeah.
It's when you're married with someone for so long, and that person take on your child. You honestly, I want to say forget, but my ex-husband
Whoa.
took care of the child that I had at 14 years old. So I have 4 children by 3 different men, and that's where it is.
So let me jump in. I'm not hostile. What I'm not going to allow you to do is lie. So I have to correct the lie. So the question is, at the end of the day, I just asked you a simple question. How many kids do you have by? You said 2. That's not the answer.
Yeah.
So you're not going to call me hostile. I'm just correcting the fact and exposing the fact you lied to me. That's all that it
That's
is.
it.
We wouldn't even be here this long had you just told me it was 3 men and we would have kept going. But now
So
it becomes hostile.
let's keep going.
But it
I
becomes
have 4
hostile when I
children.
don't allow.
Let's keep going.
It becomes hostile because I'm not going to allow you to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. I'm not
Yes.
the bad guy.
I didn't say you were the bad guy.
Okay.
Well, then I say that.
Okay, so now I have. So now I'm.
We all know she's crazy as hell, but there's a good life lesson here in the way that this conversation is currently going. Kendra is calling her out for what she just did, which is lying. Kendra is holding her accountable. So instead of dealing with her being a liar, what does she try to do? She tries to paint Kendra into being like an a hostile person, which is obviously not true, but this is called deflecting. It is her opportunity to remove accountability by having you focus on something else. Either it's deflecting, or they'll use red herrings, or what they'll try to do is that they'll look for any words that you say in a sentence and focus on that word as a method to move on in the conversation. Kendra just said that I'm the bad guy. She said, well, you're not the bad guy. I never said that. But you're saying that she's hostile. She's pinpointing an irrelevant point that Kendra made in order to continue to deflect. Be very cognizant of this, because even non-crazy women utilize this, non-accountable non-crazy women utilize these tactics to muddy the water in conversation like it's nobody's business.
I'm kind of confused, so let me just understand. So three men. It's 3 men, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the first child was like a high school sweetheart.
Yes.
Okay, so the second baby daddy, that's the one that made $250K.
They all made $250K.
So the 14-year-old, he made $250K too.
Yes.
So 3 made $250K.
When you were 14 or when he got older?
No, when we were 14.
I'm just curious. How old was he?
How old is he? Older.
How old was he when you got pregnant at 14?
Older.
How old?
You don't want to say it.
He's a pedophile?
I cannot share that because my daughter is about to be 21 years old, and I refuse to put him in that predicament when he is a older, successful man.
Okay. So you have 3 baby daddies, and they all made $250K each.
Yes.
Okay. You said you.
She can't even spell $250K.
Who did you marry?
I married the second child, or the second and third.
Okay. So the second and third child's father is the one that you married?
The therapist, yes.
Oh, he was a therapist. Gotcha. What did the older man do, your first child's father?
I cannot disclose that, and I won't disclose that ever.
Okay.
If I was to take a guess, she wasn't even married. She probably had a therapist and in her delusional mind was in a relationship with that man. Mental health is a real thing.
Okay, that's fine. And the third child's father, can you disclose what he did?
He is currently a psychiatric nurse in a rehabilitation.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So how we got here was the request. So ultimately, the fourth man be over 6 feet and make at least $250K.
At least.
Okay. Now, what would you say to a person that would say, they're going to say, oh, that's unrealistic. You have 4 kids.
What would you say to me, Broma?
What would you say to that?
Tell me.
I mean, that's their prerogative. Right now, I am really okay with where I am in life. I relocated from Texas back to Philly. I'm doing well for myself. I have my own business, actually 2 of them. But if they were to say that they have an issue with it, so long.
Okay. And would you date a man that made less than $250K?
I'm okay with it. Yes.
Oh, you would date a man that makes. So what's the lowest amount you would date?
Around 80.
Okay, 80. So 250K is preferred, but 80 is the lowest.
Yes.
Could he have children?
Yes.
Do you want more kids?
No.
You don't want more kids. Okay.
No.
So, okay, we kind of got there early. So now what are deal breakers?
Deal breakers are someone who is a chronic liar. I do have multiple degrees in psychology. I can pinpoint someone out that is a liar or who is someone that is fabricating the truth.
No, girl.
She's projecting.
I'm sorry I got to jump in, but that's exactly what you just did.
Yeah.
Actually, you didn't give me the space to explain myself.
I did give you the space. I gave you the space when I asked you how many kids you had by. You could have said 3. You literally just
honestly, I should have said 3. Yes. Are you gonna let me talk right now? And you're gonna sit there and
this is funny.
Kendra.
Roma.
Kendra. You talked about a chronic liar, and that's exactly
what you did.
Chronic?
Yes. You said
chronic is not true.
Lie.
When someone comes into your life, when you are raised at the age of 14
Here we go.
and takes over your children, and you look at that person as a father figure, and that person still takes care of your child.
Okay.
Well, let me jump to this. Obviously, we don't want to go deep with that story.
I will go deep with that because you can Google me and you can LinkedIn me and you can find out the truth.
Yeah, it's probably not the truth. But that's what these type of predatory liars will often do, is that they'll, have a story that you can't question, because if you question, it looks bad if you have questions about it. And they'll be able to leverage and utilize that as a tool to make you try to feel bad so they can continue on lying without you checking them. I think it's also funny that after Kendra pressed her about the 250K, she dropped it tremendously down to 80, like a $250,000 a year man. That is far different than an $80,000 a year man. But, let's just continue.
First of all, I want to say this, because when it gets there, obviously, I'm sorry you went through that. But at the end of the day, I'm quite sure you're familiar with my show. This is not the first time you watching my show, right? So, when I ask that question, because there's levels to me asking that question.
There are two men that will come at your neck about my children, not three.
First of all, ain't nobody coming at my
Not
neck.
yours, but I'm saying the person that I am dealing with. But there are two men that are active role models of my children, as opposed to three. So the first child would never be a factor, because that first man has never signed a birth certificate. He wasn't there. And my ex-husband was there. So my ex-husband played that role of someone that took the father figure of my almost 21-year-old that is now highly successful in North Carolina, and she's great. So
listen, there's nothing.
I understand
She
where
said
you're
the oldest
coming
one
from
took
as
the
a
child.
publicist and as somebody
As a
that
what?
is in the social media publicist.
She's a
Who's
journalist.
who's the publicist?
I mean, you're public, right?
Huh? You're a publicist because you're public. 4 degrees. What diploma mills? Listen, we got to do a government intervention on diploma mill schools. They will call themselves highly educated, and I'm a PhD and like all of that shit. MBA up in her title. And there's these fake unaccredited schools that are just giving out, right? And they're not educated. And they're utilizing this as a way to say, I just need like a highly intelligent man, and he's got to be able to, command this amount of money per year because I look at my degrees, look at these papers on the wall. Meanwhile, she thinks publicist because one is public. Look at Kendra's face. What are you saying, woman?
Who's the publicist?
I mean, you're public, right?
Oh, you said I'm not a publicist though. I'm a journalist that hosts a dating show.
So you're a journalist.
Yeah. So I just asked the questions. I just want the truth.
And I'm correcting you.
No. Well, here's the thing, Roma. First of all, again, I'm sorry what you went through in your past. I felt like I'm quite sure this is year 6. You've seen my show a few times, correct? This is not your first time watching me, I'm assuming.
She's trying to lie.
Can you answer? Is it hello?
Oh.
I'm not sure if you clicked off. I mean, her name is. Oh, there you go.
I'm here. Sorry.
Right there. I said, is this your first time finding out about Kendra G?
I mean, if you want that.
No, Roma. I'm just asking you questions, girl.
Girl, yeah, it's not my first time. Sorry.
Okay, so with that being said, I've been doing this show for 6 years.
I know.
So when I ask that question, it's the same question I've asked for 6 years. Right. And the only reason we went down this dark road, because had you just said
it's not dark.
Well, I don't like what you went through in the past. I feel like that's dark. Huh?
It's not dark. At the end of the day, I love God, and it's not dark.
Yeah. Okay. Again, pay attention. They don't want you to focus on their lies. Be very mindful in conversations with people that do this. She don't want to listen to what Kendra has to say because it holds her accountable. So she picks out one term or one phrase to stop the entire conversation that is just not important. And it flusters Kendra. It flusters most people when they do this.
It's not dark. At the end of the day, I love God, and it's not dark.
Okay, well, either way.
It had nothing to do with...
I'm standing 10 toes down on, had you just in the beginning answered the question about the 3 men, then we wouldn't have had the back and forth that we had and the confusion, because I was under the impression, because I was going to ask you questions as I did pertaining to that. But we're now moving forward. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
But God is working on me, child. Okay, let's continue.
Working on us.
He's working on me. He's working.
No, you can come for me. Like, I'm fine with it.
No, she didn't.
This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like about this.
Okay.
Please.
I never came for
She
you.
did
I
it.
just didn't allow you to lie to me.
True.
That's all
It wasn't a lie. It was more so of no.
Yes.
So if you would have said how many people I laid down with, that's a different story.
I never say that, Roma. Why
Exactly.
would I say that?
But if you were to say how many people you had,
how many fathers?
Children with, I would say
how many kids dads
She
you
has.
have?
exactly. And I will always consider my ex-husband as my daughter's that's about to be 21 years old father.
But this is why I asked you if you were familiar with my show, because
I am familiar, but you asked a blank question and I answered it.
Well, so since you're familiar with my show,
The
you
need
knew
to
what
be
I
right.
meant when I asked that question.
But other people didn't other people didn't know. So
other people didn't know
what you meant.
Should he look a certain way?
I stated over 6 feet because I'm 5'9", African American.
She actually, I don't believe she said that. I believe she said I'm 5'9", so someone taller originally. So even now she's changing what she's saying.
I stated the range of salary.
I didn't ask about, look a certain way usually is, you can add
half. Yeah, but when
it's about
argumentative.
When you make a certain range, you look a certain way.
I didn't ask that question yet. I said, do we look a certain way? That's the next question. So the question is, does she look a certain way? Like complexion, tall, slim, you going forward. This question right now is, should he look a certain way?
Lighter than me, over 6 feet.
Lighter?
Okay. We already got to the money question. Let's do the Kendra cam.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's see that big body, baby. Oh, she's stout.
Okay, we see
It's actually
girl.
not okay.
A little bit.
I mean, she's obese.
A little bit what?
But
I said a little bit because I'm on my weight loss journey, so I'm a little bit.
Okay.
It's actually not as crazy.
Should he? We already did that. When was
she
the
should
last
stand forever.
Month ago.
Month ago. Oh, you just ended a relationship a month ago. Is it over?
Over.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A month ago. Okay.
3 flaws you have to work on.
Someone who is a chronic liar. Someone who is shorter than me. So I'm 5'9", so someone who is 5'9" or shorter. And someone who is unemployed.
3 flaws that you have to work on, and the narcissist's brain can't focus on herself for long enough. I am not a doctor. I am not a clinician. However, it is fascinating to me how the brain of a narcissist works. When asked the flaws, you then misinterpret, right? And then you start to speak about things that you don't want in men. This is the mind of someone who is incapable of holding herself accountable and will gaslight you into thinking that you're doing something wrong if you try to hold her accountable. Or they will insert their dark past and weaponize it to get you to stand down. Ma'am, no one asked for that information, but you can't throw a grenade and then complain about the explosion. But again, pick up the tea leaves. Psych nurse she was in a relationship with, a therapist. I'm trying to tell you, she probably has some delusional DSM-5 diagnosed shit, and she kind of makes these relationships up in her head.
And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
So I feel as though that you are short-tempered right now, so I'm gonna keep this short.
Who's short-tempered?
You are, girl. It's fine. I know.
She's actually not.
Why am I short-tempered?
This is why I hated
because
Kevin so much.
You the questions and allowing you to answer them.
Right.
So now if I go back and forth with you, I'm aggressive. I'm all those things. Now I'm asking you the questions. I'm short-tempered. You don't take responsibility. Which way you want it, girl?
I don't take responsibility.
I'm giving you the courtesy of allowing you to answer the questions with no rebuttal, and now I'm short-tempered. What responsibility do you have, Roma?
Oh, good question, Kendra.
All of them. That's why I'm answering your questions.
No, I want to know, what energy do you think you brought to this? Because I gave you 3 different
Great
versions
question.
of Kendra. The last Kendra, I'm just allowing you to answer, and then you came back.
The last Kendra is the responsible Kendra.
I want to know, what responsibility do you think you brought to this interview?
So I'm going to be respectful.
Okay.
So the last Kendra was the professional Kendra. the journalist Kendra. The
Well, you
second
just called her
Kendra,
short-tempered, but then you called her short-tempered.
can you
So
let me
which one
finish
you
my
want?
answer? You would
Huh?
not let me finish my answer.
I was letting you finish your answers, and then you called me short-tempered.
I
So
said,
now it's like, I don't know which Kendra you want. Because you can get
ooh,
all the Kendras.
I want them.
Child,
Oh, this is
let
entertaining.
me do this. I should have hung up on your ass a long time ago. I don't know why I even allowed it to go. Let me tell you something.
Listen. It is so cathartic, all right, to watch Kendra have these conversations with women. And, I think about the conversation that Kevin used to have, and Kevin used to get a lot of shit. Is every conversation that Kevin used to have the way that I would handle a conversation? No. But I do think that he didn't get enough credit for how he was able to handle conversations like this. And oftentimes, even if they were as crazy as what this is, within social media, he would still get hate. They wouldn't even want to hear the points that she was making, the woman is making. They would just hear him chastise when she came in with the attitude. She had the need to be right. She was attempting to shame him. So it's just so interesting now, watching Kendra have to go through the same exact thing. Categorically, Kendra was not being mean, rude, salacious. She was just asking questions. But still, the young, high-calorie, average at best, wanting a $250,000 a year, 6-foot plus man, determined her to not, be of a kind heart, apparently. This woman simply cannot let anything go, has more skeletons in her closet than a damn cemetery, and in combination of her narcissism and her ego, it is a dangerous combination. But let's listen to Kendra finish up.
This is a perfect example. Child, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I'm living my best life in California. I'm having a good old weekend. Ain't nobody gonna take my good energy from me, okay? Ain't nobody gonna take my good energy from me. And I sat there because I wanted to prove a point, because I get that a lot where people try to reverse it on me.
Yeah.
They try to make it seem like I'm the person.
You're the bad guy, right?
So in the middle of the interview, I was like, you know what, child? Let me just ask these questions. I'm not gonna go back and forth. Let me just ask the questions and move forward. And then you come back with, now I'm short-tempered. Some of you ladies need to self-reflect. Some of y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, some of you ladies need to self-reflect. I don't even want to deal with you. So I can only imagine a man, how he feeling. Ain't nobody got time for that, girl. Nobody ain't got time for it. Now, I don't like what she went through in her past, and I do feel bad for that, right? And when things like that come up, it always, to me, she said it wasn't dark. To me, it's dark. Like, that's a terrible story.
If true.
But this is what I stand on.
Okay.
This shit is 6 years old. I've been doing this for 6 years.
And she's been watching for all 6.
The same questions in the same order to the same people. Also, by this time, if you call me, everybody that calls me, you are a volunteer. You volunteer to push the button. You volunteer to be here, okay? You already know what you're getting when you hit Kendra G. I don't know what I'm getting. But here's the deal. I'm not gonna allow you to lie to my face and then make it seem like I'm crazy. No, we're not gonna do that, okay?
It's gaslighting.
I'm not gonna allow you. And then when I decide to just let it go, now I'm short-tempered. No, girl, I want to be done with your ass. I want 25 minutes, child. God.
All right. We're gonna stop it right here. Give a round of applause for Kendra Samuels down up into the building. All right, this is growth. All right, this is progression. All right. I mean, I don't know how often that she conducts the conversations like this, because I really only look for the ones in the title where it says brace yourself. Like when I see that, I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be a good one. A lot of lessons learned. But what she did right here and the way that she did it, it's simple but important, okay? The things that we learn and kind of how conversations can be switched. And, if you're a good faith, honest person, it can seem abrupt, like it doesn't make sense. But you got to understand there's people out there that they're just accountability, like they're allergic to it. So and sometimes it's subconscious, they will figure out a way to divert your attention mid-conversation. And you have to be able to recognize it so that you can shorten the time of dealing with bullshit. the context here is a lot different, right? She's doing a dating show, and she's getting content, right? So she's going to speak a little bit longer. But if you apply pressure within a conversation and numbers start changing, right? Logic is not, lining up, right? 2 + 2 no longer equals 4, right? The stories are not lining up, or they try to weaponize stories against you. And if you don't believe them, or if you're asking questions, then you are the bad person. You have to be aware of that, all right? Because all of these things happening is effectively them exposing themselves. But again, you have to be aware of the bullshit. Never make the mistakes of ignoring them like the men who impregnated her absolutely did. And there's 3 of them apparently, or 2 of them, or maybe she doesn't even have kids. Who knows? She's crazy as hell. Anyway, appreciate y'all for stopping by here today and rocking with me. Let me know what y'all think about this crazy ass conversation down up in the comment box down below. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, because I know that I will. All right, but peace for now. Love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, peace.